What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and we are exactly 44 minutes from launch. What a time to be alive. In the bottom side of the map, we are going to be bringing you through into the year of China. China is coming out, and Nullra is going to be playing some Nullra for you in this very exclusive pre-access showcase here. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Isis, is none other than one of the greatest of all time. You guys know him as I Am Magic, and I know him as one of the 3Ms. And he's on his main. He's on his Isis. Let's go. Now, Magic is... He said to me that he didn't have his hotkeys set up for China just yet. So he's going to have to sort those out as fast as he can when the Chinese launch, and he's going to have to get into it and play some gimmicky games. I'm excited to see him playing on China and seeing how the old thought process works, trying to get through this sort of civilization, figuring it out. Nullra, I'm already sort of figuring out exactly how his brain works, always looking to find out the absolute most strong thing he possibly can with the Civ, and then do that thing. I love it. It's a great way to kind of learn the Civ. Oftentimes these really, really strong things need to be found out anyways, such that we have a little pause, such that the developers can have a chance to actually see what's going on and decide, well, is that what they actually intended? And if not, make a change. If it is, then fantastic, leave it in there and you can keep going on with it. But let's take a quick look at the relics while we're waiting here. We've got this Fatal Farry's Sledge on this position, which is going to be making those forges a little bit cheaper. We've got the Tusk of Dankang. I haven't seen this one before. I didn't realize. It looks like the relics have all changed on this map marsh. So they're all around the outside of the map now. There you go. A pair of pigs will periodically appear at your temple. I love this relic. This is a new one. I think this is probably an S tier relic, but I'm not 100% sure. You get this into your temple at like 3 minutes, 4 minutes into the game. By the time you jump onto pigs, is it every 2 minutes you get 2 pigs, or every 1 minute? I think it's every 2 minutes you get 2 pigs, or something like that. So by the time you get onto your pigs at like 10 minutes or 12 minutes or whatever, you've already gotten yourself out 6, 8, 10 pigs, depending on how much food there is on the map. Really, really fun. Over on this side, we do have Bow of Artemis, which is going to make those ranged soldiers a little bit cheaper. Over onto this one, Hestia's Hearth is going to make those villagers train a little bit quicker. Onto this position, we've got that Arrows of the Alpha here. Up on this spot, we got Adamantine Shingles. So yeah, all the relics around the edge of the map, so keep that in the back of your mind. Don't have to contest the center for all those relics. And they're a little bit more fairly placed, I'd say. Because some gods can just snatch up all the relics with no real problems, and now it's a little bit more fair. I like that. Who are the 3Ms? Magic Mr. and Mekon? Magic Mr. and Magyar. But Recon is slowly but surely making a name for himself. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in that conversation when the history books are written. The biography of the great Magic Magicino, as he does decide to shank down this pig in cold blood. He says, I don't want you here. Get that bad boy out of there. As all of the shenanigans starting to come through, it's going to be Bast. Wait, did he go up already? No, not advancing just yet. He'll be going up for about a 445, it looks like. And we will be seeing the how-to to come through now for Nullra. We had a little bit of pronunciation training today. So we have the affectionately known Chonky, but it's actually a Chongqi right here. Running around for Nullra. This guy is so cool. You can bounce into the air and then go raiding. Very, very fun. The hero Kualfu right here is going to be popping the settlement up and doing all of the fantastic town center shenanigans here. We'll show it directly to Magic, so Magic's going to know exactly what's coming. He's got himself a fantastic back town center here anyways, with a back gold mine. He's got the hippopotamus back here. He's got the water buffaloes. I'm not exactly sure if he knows what's up. Yes, he does. He sees a water buffalo, so he knows how good this map is. I'm sure he's going to be rushing up that town center as he drops a monument to the soldiers here. A couple of houses to come down on the back as well. But a second town center already up for Nullra before he's even in the second age. This is what I'm talking about. We actually see Anubis and not Bast here. So this is something that I think I talked about a little bit with regards to a sort of trend with builds and strategies right now in Age of Mythology, which is that there is a trend to advancing much, much later. Now, this is all well and good. It's very, very great. You get more resources earlier. But there is a nice way to counter this, which obviously rushing is going to be a way to counter that as well. But just getting up that really fast second town center will put you behind in resources at like the 6-minute mark, but it will be in front. You will be in front on resources at like the 8-minute mark or something like that. So you're sacrificing that early game for a little bit of extra resources a little bit later. So pretty strong there as the Pharaoh was going to get his town center up. And the game is going to continue. Now, the question here is, what is Nullra really going to be going for here? He has grabbed himself this upgrade super early. Abundance, as the Anubite is going to be running through here. Abundance makes all of these silos mini priests. They're all mini priests. So dropping off food, dropping off gold, dropping off wood is all 5% boost. Is very, very nice. But that Anubite is just looking for a little bit of pain to inflict. And we'll see where to next here for our main man Magic. As it looks to me like he's probably... It looks to me like he's going for a fast heroic, but he hasn't thrown the armory down just yet. No, he has thrown the armory down. In the middle of nowhere. Nice. Okay. So, a nice and hidden armory to some degree. I don't think it's hidden. I think it's like building a wall up or something for this thing. He's planning to lock this position up as the Anubite will not be able to get all too much damage done. The advantage of having these ranged archers is so huge to locking down any sort of early myth unit harassment. That being said, they don't have ballistics by default, so you can dodge those arrows if you want to by moving back and forth. So there's lots of options for that. As the Anubite here is going to just run out this way, gets away, and all is well and done. Now, the question here is, how much favor is Nullra really spending on his wild foods? It looks like he is spending a healthy amount of his favor. In fact, every little bit. It doesn't look like he's pre-queuing anything, so he's doing it all manually. For those of you playing at home, that you can, if you want to use the pre-queue on your super big fat giant citizens of giantism, you can do that. It works totally fine. When the villager finishes, if you got the resources for a Kwafu, you can build it. As we've got Roshal coming through right now. Not sure on that pronunciation. Have not studied the god names just yet. Just the myth units. We're getting there one step at a time. As the Nubites are going to come back. And Nephthys, as you got a choice here for Magic. So he's doing something fairly standard. Fairly stock standard, I'd say. But Anubis Nephthys rather than Bast Nephthys. So he will have access to this technology in the temple, but not grabbing it just yet. Acropolis, which will boost up his favor income going on later in this game. And what is this guy? So this guy does get the Baihu, which is a very fun unit. Not exactly sure what the god power is. I can't remember. We'll see soon. Don't you worry about it. But this also does unlock the super strong infantry from Dal Swordsman, as we see in Imperial Academy, Machine Workshop, 2 Machine Workshops, a couple of military camps coming up for Nullra as well, as both players are just in full defense mode. Migdol Stronghold coming up here, already a nice wall up to sort of secure this gold mine for Magic. And I imagine he's going to start going into everything. Now, these Migdols are now costing 500 gold. So it is a big expense. You don't want to place these in a silly location and have them get taken out. But if you don't lose these, then the extra 100 gold, in my experience thus far, isn't that big of a hit. So you can't be crazy with the Migdols and just place them in front of your opponent's base and just sort of laugh at them as they're trying to take down your really ridiculously cheap building. But if you want to, you can. It's going to hurt a little bit more if you lose it, but we will be starting to see some elephants actually coming out here for Magic. So trying to say to Nullra, build some of those halberdiers and see what happens, I guess. Now, Nullra is going to need to scout out exactly what is coming for him as the siege works is going to come through. And we do see the earth wall getting dropped onto this side. Now, if you attack the earth wall as it's building, it takes about 20 seconds to build. You get... There's no armor on it. So you can take this down really, really quickly as units do charge for... Wow, that Bayou's stun coming in locks the Scorpion Man in place, but it does manage to pull back. And you can heal that one up here. Meanwhile, Anubite's going to be splitting off from the army, looking for some raids into the main base. Magic kind of needs to get a little bit of damage done here. Now, every single one of these Kwafu that gets built is effectively 3 villages. So, and they only take 2 villages or 2 villages of train time to actually get built. So, it is kind of a big thing as these Anubites will be able to get a villager kill or 2. As the villagers will get out of here. Maybe even 3 villages. That jump onto a running away villager is never going to work, but you can manually jump to try and get in front of it actually, and it will work that way. That can be a little bit tricky as we see some siege towers to come out. Choco Nu on the way right now. Have yet to see any of those halberdiers to come through. Mostly just the Choco Nus for the time being. Chariot archers as well going to be coming in, and we do see a couple of the White Horse cavalry. A little bit of a misplay there from Nullra. Going to be losing those. A little bit distracted here by the Anubites. But he does get the Zhang Zia in here. That's not how you say that at all. I need to work out what that's called. But nonetheless, this guy can help defend. He does have a mysterious strategy, which nearby enemy myth units do suffer reduced damage. So a little bit of a passive sort of thing there. The real way to counter the Earth Wall is to kill off 8 pieces of it. So once you kill off 8, it is completely dead. You don't have to, but it's a good way to go. As Ancestor's going to get dropped down onto this position. The Plague of Serpents is available as well. He chucks that onto the front to try and push through onto this position as we do have the Fey Beasts coming through. Magic going to have to retreat back. These dudes do so much damage, but you can snipe them down really, really quickly, and then they will stop getting that damage done. Great split by Magic there. Fantastic use there of the Fey Beast, but Magic played that one too well as now the White Horse Cavalry are out, and Magic will have to regroup underneath his Migdol strongholds for the time being as those Pioneers trying to break through. We've got that Camel Rider getting sniped down. There's so many units here for Nullra at the moment, and Magic needs to get out of here. He's taken a lot of damage thus far as those Bayou are so strong as well. There are the priests out in order to deal with them, but do they have their upgrade? I don't think they do just yet. This unit's going to be charging through. There was a recently boosted technology here as well for Egyptians, which I think is well worth grabbing now. Funeral rites. If you lose a unit, you get 8 gold back now, as we do see the prosperity getting dropped down. Lots of villages on gold, so a huge amount of income to come through, which would be a nice catch-up at the moment. But this is just a small edge right now that Nullra's found for himself at the moment. Now the question is, how do you deal with all of these range units? Do you go for slingers? Maybe. Slingers make a lot of sense versus this army at the moment. Are we going to see them? No, we're seeing spearmen for the time being. A little bit scared of those White Horse Cavalry. I don't see all too many of them. So maybe a bit of an overreaction from Magic, but he does want to play into his Serpent Spear, which is going to be adding that divine damage. when we see the Skylanders. I love this. You can just kind of send them floating into your opponent. Let's just take a look at this. You can send them floating in, and you can sort of spread them out. I don't know if there doesn't look like there's any sort of formation command, so you can't put them on spread formation or anything. As Magic is ready to start pushing in to the middle yet again, as the army is out of position for Nullra, coming in onto this position for the moment, seeing what he can do here. As the siege towers slowly starting to roll forward onto this position. He's going to try and break through here. There's still that big ballet here as well. Priest's going to have to take down those myth units. They're both sitting with a lot of HP. Not that one there. That one's going to get taken down fairly easily. A couple of walls to come down from Nullra to try and hold on this spot, but it does look like the town center is going to be falling here. As all the walls are up, but the town center is down. And Magic, we'll see if he can hold for the time being. He is getting pushed back in a big way, though, as he's dropped down to 140 population. I do think a really good unit here for him to build would be the Slinger, but it can be a little bit tricky to do that to like go into the Slinger as well, and you're already making Chariot Archers. But good spacing here from the Chariot Archers at the moment. He can get a lot of damage done. 14 range on the Pioneer, 14 range on the Hove Chokonu. So he will be able to win these fights by poking and spacing and getting big, fat siege units on the front. Specifically, siege towers are going to be fantastic here as well, as a couple of the Dao swordsmen are going to be coming in as well. As the ballet will be coming in onto this spot, and we do have some heavy war elephants to start tanking up everything. It's the siege crossbows starting to come through. Magic needs to get himself back up to full pop. He's got a lot of food in the bank, not a whole lot of gold. And he does have 84 favor. Like, when you're playing against this many heroes, as Isis, I think the best play is to just use Prosperity on cooldown. When you have 60 favor, just drop it and just get more resources. It looks like Magic's going to try and get up through Thoth. I like this idea. You can erase this army very, very simply with a Meteor and allow him to start pushing forward. But the siege crossbows are out, and you can get a hefty amount of these out here. Plus, they're really good at taking out the siege tower as well. The elephants will be tanking up, allowing those Chariot Archers to get some good damage done. Siege tower rolling forward. No micro from Nullra just yet to target the siege tower down. It did recently get a little bit of a buff there, as the Prosperity now coming through for Magic. I like that play. He is sniping down the heroes now, as maybe it would have been a better idea to consider going for a bunch of Phoenix after sniping all the heroes out, but nonetheless, the walls are coming in. The watchtowers! The watchtowers coming in from Nullra at the moment. He does have that advanced defenses technology, and he's going to be able to get a huge amount of towers up. He can get guard towers here as well if he really wants to, but there will be that Meteor to come through. So a lot of resources, a machine workshop to come in as well. As Magic is pushed all the way back into his base here for the time being. This is the new thing from HAL 2, the classical age Minor God. You can get this for a hefty price, but it's very, very strong. As we see some raids coming up to this gold mine over here, Magic will notice that retreating away through his walls nice and quickly there. But there will still be a big, fat Meteor coming to clean this all up. As the Quaofu on the front does end up getting sniped down, but the ballet is going to continue to get built while underneath the favored land of Nullra. There we go, up to the Mythic Age. The Meteor will be coming down onto this position to take out everything here. Those towers will go down. Maybe the castles as well. We will probably be seeing Magic getting himself out a fairly quick Valley of the Kings. It's the ballet almost finished on the back. There is a nice Phoenix here to help out. So you see some catapults potentially, not just yet. There's more walls to come down, but they're now outside of that favored land, so they don't build anymore. Yeah, that meteor did almost finish the game. I was a little bit worried. But another great wall to come through, and we do have a cheeky little villager expedition from Magic. He is going to all ends of the earth, it seems, in this game to try and break through. As Tusks of Apatomak will be getting researched up first rather than Valley of the Kings. Wants to make those elephants for very, very cheap. We do see the cheekiest of siege workshops here from our main man Magic, and the clay peasants get called down. This is the Archaic Gauge God Power creation, as they are going to be going to town. These guys have got 100 HP. They've got their pocket knives of doom, and they're going to be getting a huge amount of damage done. As Magic is going to attempt to break through here. He just needs to kill off the town center and see how he's going to go. I'm not sure if he knows that he just has to kill off 8 pieces of this wall to actually make the entirety of the wall die. That's not really obvious anywhere. So if you don't know, you don't know. A little bit of a knowledge gap, but he might figure it out at some point if he decides to kill off enough of them. As the Chuko Nu doing a lot of damage here. Still want to see some slingers getting built from Magic. I do think he's missing out on these. There's a lot of archers, and those slingers should do well against them. So this is so cheeky from Magic as well. He might be able to get something over there as the Phoenix searching around for something to raid. The big thing here is that if Nullra gets himself to the Mythic Age, Magic is going to start finding himself in a very, very difficult position. More walls coming down from Nullra as well, just locking everything up. Another catapult come through, going to start sieging down the ballet over here. He does get that Valley of the Kings in. I'm sure he will be moving his Pharaoh. It's already on there. And he's going to start getting a huge amount of resource from this. Already started the trade route. This game is a long way from finishing up here as the dock's coming down for both players. Magic's going to get him War Turtle and a Leviathan here to contest this water. But when Nullra gets to the Mythic Age, he's going to get that big fat turtle himself, but that can just leave the water. As a couple of elephants are out. He has the Chi Wen over here. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but I'm not sure how else to say it. As the walls come out. Ballet on the front here is going to give so much advantage because it's going to be giving him all of this area to just drop buildings down in. The catapult is out to deny that one for the time being and deny this one as well. More elephants to start coming through. Now, Magic's population is starting to suffer quite a bit here. He's got a lot of villages. He's got 93, plus he's got a trade route as well because he's going to be running out of gold soon. Or he already has run out of gold, I should say. There's a little bit of a gold mine over on this side, but that's about it. Phoenix is still going to town over on this position, trying to take the town center down. I think you need a hero to actually kill this off. If it dies underneath the town center and there's nothing else to attack it, it will just respawn. As the elephants continue to come out, and Nullra is kind of not wanting, for the time being, to actually get out any halberdiers. No halberdiers just yet. The siege crossbow is going to get pulled back. Even more units to come through. We've got those heavy Dao swordsmen. They are very, very strong at the moment. If you take a look at this, you're getting 25% pierce vulnerability and some divine damage, plus bonus versus myth units. So, I mean, it's not a huge bonus versus myth units, but a bonus nonetheless. However, Nullra is struggling to make ends meet in this game. He's sending the heroes over here to try and harass the trade route. Some chariot archers will move over there. Magic kind of refusing to try and actually kill these walls off. There could be even more earth walls coming in. Another Fey Beast to come through. So much favor in the back. More mid units for Nullra. We just take a quick look at his entirety of his favored land. He's got so much of the map controlled here. But these elephant are going to slowly start marching through as we're now going to see the attempt at heavy halberdiers. Now these things pack a punch. 1 divine damage times 6. That's a lot of divine damage to come through there. These elephants are not going to last long against anything anymore. It's the side... Oh god, the side build coming in on this side. He gets a dock up, which gives him the favored land onto the other side of the shore, and then he just keeps popping buildings down over here to try and make even more mess here. He could probably even put a ballet down underneath this favored land he's made. God, there's just so much pain that can come here from this god. Now Magic here is over on this side trying to make something happen. It's not going to work. Another earth wall to come through. That's going to trap the camel caravans. I don't think Nullra is telling him exactly how to beat this thing. You can literally just take out 8 pieces and it's gone. 8 pieces and it's all gone. He's going to be at least opening it up. There's a couple of the caravans over on this side here getting sniped down. I mean, Magic's score is... Whoa. As the wall does get sniped down there. But Magic's economy is through the roof. He just can't quite break into an advantageous position. And Nullra is not allowing him to. Not allowing him to in the slightest. He's still a ways away from getting through Gong Gong to get himself to that mythic age. Gong Gong's so strong as well. Gets some really, really strong heroes involved in the game. Thank you for the Prime De Brugen. Appreciate you, my friend. As the village is retreating back, elephants starting to come through as well. As the Migdol strongholds in the corner of the map, trying to hold on onto this position. And now the towers. I like this from Magic. He knows he's at full pop right now. Full pop 220 population is a huge amount of population for him to have, but he's got no reason to not start spamming towers to help him push forward as the elephant's charging in to try and take out the ballet. Still, there are a handful of these heavy, I don't know if it's Ge or Gi, halberdiers. I'm just going to call them halberdiers. They erase the elephants so fast as some mercenary are going to come through and help out. And more towers to come up as this trade route looks relatively safe for the time being. Now, Nullra, if he gets the favored land, which he kind of could get, he can build a wall segment, convert into a tower, build another wall segment, convert into a tower, build another wall segment, convert into a tower, and expand that way without even needing to be there. Very, very powerful stuff here for the China civilization as the Fey Beast coming back in. Going to try and clean up everything. That poison there does get a significant amount of damage done. At least I think it does. But yeah, nice defense from Magic. As the walls there, the walls are now up. The towers are in the walls as well. And the trade route does have to get repositioned. So Magic going to be hurting on that one. But he gets his town center back over here as he is now able to slowly fight his way back into this game. He's got now 250 population to play with, but his trade route's hurting. He does have a gold mine over here secured as well, so he can put villagers onto that gold mine if he wants to. He's just slowly starting to break down the ballet in the center of the map. More elephants to come through as Nullra still struggling to get out of the heroic age More Migdols to come through here for Magic as he is slowly marching forward in this game to what seems to be a massive victory for him. The elephant over here to clean up the walls and find something. As this Quaofu over on this side about to get taken down as well by the Migdol stronghold. As another earth wall to come through to try and block everything up onto this spot. But the gold mine on the front going to go down. Another Migdol in the main base here. And in that moment, Nullra taps out and Magic does the magician things in this game. The magician at work. That was an insane game. An absolutely insane game. I don't even know how Magic won this one. Nullra have full map control. He's getting it onto this position over here, but he just couldn't get out of the heroic age. He was just stuck there, spending resources on everything. I mean, once he had all that success with the halberdiers, I'm not sure how many he was building. Maybe they would have also cleaned up the chariot archers as well, because you have to micro that quite a bit to kind of space them. The chariot archers 5 speed, not those guys. These guys are 5 speed as well. So the same speed. It's kind of like building spearmen into chariot archers, but these things are basically sitting with Horus upgrades before anything even starts. So it makes a lot of sense to build those into a full Migdol army and just completely slice through everything. That was a insane game. What play here. I mean, just say what you will about the stone walls, of whether this is fair or not fair, but Magic dealt with it really, really nicely. I think he might have learned how to deal with the earth wall. I do think that this building, while it does get stronger through the game, I think it gets weaker through the game as well, because your opponent is going to have much more effective siege. Like Egyptians going to have the catapult, the Greeks are going to have the Heliopolis, the Norse are going to have portable rams or giants, or probably the Ballasts aren't the best, or Huskal to break those down. So Atlanteans are fire slash and destroyers, and you can kill them off quite quickly. So it's not a big deal. You just have to make sure you kill off enough of the walls to actually erase the entirety of the thing. But well played here by Magic. It's always great to see him play such a trooper, so to speak. If you guys enjoyed this game, don't forget to hit the like. Don't hit the follow. We're 12 minutes away from launch. Let's go.